Growing up sucks. You went from worrying about things like making sure you get your homework done on time, to what you're gonna wear to the concert tomorrow night, to whether or not you were gonna make it to your 8 a.m. class on time the next morning because you were up all night having a heart-to-heart till 4 a.m. with your roommates, to trying to make sense of things like how do you afford a house? How do you make enough money? What is enough money? Will you get a raise this year? Are all your bills gonna be paid on time? Are you gonna have money left over to have fun with? This can all get especially stressful if you have no idea how to handle your money or you don't know what you're doing with your money. This video is going to go over 5 major money mistakes you're making that are going to send your finances to hell fast. And I mean real fast. The first major money mistake you're making is that you're not investing. Over half of Americans do not invest their money, so they're missing out on a lot of gains. Now, due to inflation, your money loses its buying power and its value every single year due to inflation. Now, the average inflation rate is typically 2%. That means for every $100 that you have sitting around in cash or in your savings account, the next year, that $100 is only gonna be worth $98. So you're losing money. So you're literally losing your hard-earned cash. Now granted, it's important to keep an emergency fund and it's important to keep some cash on hand in case you do have an emergency. But don't keep too much money in cash. Invest it. Any extra cash or money that you do have, work towards paying off your debt first and start investing it to grow it. Don't just let it sit around and lose its value. Grow those bags. The second biggest mistake you're making is that you're carrying around a credit card balance. Oh, this is so detrimental. And that's because you're only making the minimum required payment per month instead of paying off the whole balance in full. The average interest rate is 18.26%, and the average American has about $5,700 in credit card debt a month. If you do some quick math, which I'm not gonna do in this video because you all know I hate math, that means that you're spending $1,040 a month on paying off credit card interest. $1,000 a month for no reason. Just goes down the drain. And if you're saying to yourself, well, that's all I can pay off, I can't afford to pay my credit card in full, then my friend, we have an even bigger problem. And that brings me to number 3. The third biggest mistake you're making with your finances is that you're spending everything you make. If your expenses are larger than your monthly income, let's say you're making $5,000 take home after taxes, blah, 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 and you're spending $6,000 a month on your rent, your food, going out, whatever, you have a problem. We need to fix this. This means that you're essentially in debt and you're unable to put any money towards A, any sort of emergency fund, and B, anything to invest in and to grow your money long term. You're not thinking long term. Now, if this is you, you're spending way more money a month than you make, then it's time that you step back and reevaluate your finances. Think about what you can cut back on, because honestly, paying $1,000 in credit card interest is such a waste of money. It pains me to think that you're losing that much money per month. It's just not worth it. Think about how much money you could be making with that $1,000 if you had just invested it instead. This is not a healthy lifestyle. You do not want to live paycheck to paycheck. Getting your finances in order is so crucial. So make sure that you're not spending all of it on a monthly basis. Make sure that you reevaluate your finances and figure out what you can cut back on or how to make more money. Also, I'm gonna add a bonus tip in here. Now, if you're at the point in your life where you've been working for a while and you're getting promoted, you're getting good bonuses and you're getting an increase in your salary, don't change your lifestyle because of it. This is another huge mistake people make. As soon as they start earning more money, their spending starts increasing as well. Try to keep your expenses the same or somewhat the same at least, and use that extra money now to invest it and to grow your cash even more. Because I promise that's gonna be a better invest and a better return on your investment than blowing all your money on going out or blowing your money on assets that depreciate or decrease in value. Oh, and also another bonus tip is to make sure you hit that subscribe button and the bell notification so you're notified every time I upload similar videos. The fourth biggest money mistake you're making is that you lack financial literacy altogether. And that's fine, it's not your fault, because apparently learning about the Pythagorean theorem is more important than learning about how to manage your finances in life. This stuff isn't taught in schools. And if you're like me and your parents are immigrants, then they were just worried about survival. Maybe they weren't too familiar with the concept of investing and the stock market and real estate, and so it's not your fault, right? Maybe you didn't have the opportunity to learn about it in your household growing up. It wasn't necessarily you could learn at home either. But the good news is that it's never too late to start. The whole point of this channel is to help you become more aware and educated about finances so that you know what your different options are. So this way you feel more empowered to make good financial decisions. There are a ton of resources on this channel as well as other YouTube channels as well as on the internet. There's so much good information out there, so do what you have to do and educate yourself, because having your finances in check is so important. And the fifth biggest mistake is that you don't budget your money. And this is a huge one. You have a monthly income, but you have no idea how much you're spending on a monthly basis, let alone knowing what you're even spending it on. Now, in order to get a handle on your budget and to feel like you have control over your money, you need to follow this one epic money managing rule. And that's something I go over in this video here. So I'll catch you in the next video.